Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first three letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected Avengers Endgame. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Welcome to the Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by self-proclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And my name is Craig Stew, and I'm Dunce number 2.
I'm the third one. I gotta tell you guys, I'm about ready to snap.
Ho ho!
That's a good one. And get those fingers ready, because we're snapping into the Endgame.
The Endgame of what?
Marvel's The End of Games. Come on, man. You've seen it. We've watched it.
I'm honestly very surprised that you guys saw it.
Oh, buddy, I've been a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe from like day one, pal. I remember when I was in my diapers, I would sit there and I would be rooting for that Spider-Man. And the Wolverine, perfection. You know he's got bones that are metal, right?
I am such a big fan of Marvel that I've seen Daredevil, I've seen Iron Fist, I've seen Jessica Jones Season 2.
Yeah, I didn't even watch season 2.
Neither did I.
Yeah, so, I mean, please, Marvel expert, walk us through this tapestry of...
Even though I am the official Marvel expert of the podcast,
Yeah.
I'm going to need you guys to fill in some blanks for me because I've only seen, in this order, half of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. End of list. Perfect. Well, luckily for you, we're not here recording this for your benefit. We're recording it for the people, and the people have already seen all of these movies. So we're not going to answer any of your questions.
Okay, sorry.
So because it's not for you. It just isn't. I'm sorry. I mean, we can have a private conversation afterwards if you want.
I think we'll see as things come up. We'll see what happens. But I'd like to just say, I think the ban has been lifted at this point on spoilers. But we're just gonna say, obviously there's gonna be spoilers in this podcast if you haven't seen the movie.
I mean, I talked about snapping. We've already spoiled at least 5 points of the movie.
They snapped in Infinity War.
Yeah, I know, and then they did it 5 more times in this one. And spoiler alert, there's a lot of snapping fingers in this. It's like I'm watching West Side Story all over again. Whatever.
So, Avengers Endgame, that's the movie.
That is the movie.
The whole title.
It's the whole title, and it was a whole 3 hours long.
And it's a Disney movie. It's owned by Disney. It falls under our umbrella.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're talking about it.
I'm shocked.
Are you? It's been like years now. This has been years. How do I explain this to him? Marvel expert, we need you.
Well, just so you know, Craig, Disney just so happened to buy Marvel Studios or something like that. I think that they bought the rights to Stan Lee's brain and everything that will ever come out of it, past, present, or future.
His head is frozen next to Walt Disney's in the bowels of Disney World.
No, they just bought his brain. They took it out. They froze that. Yeah.
But it's frozen. Yeah. It's there.
I think his maid got his head.
She probably got his head along with all of those pens full of his blood.
Yeah, those pens of blood. Yeah, I remember that was like the deal. He was really close with his work staff. He was a good man. Excelsior. God bless him.
God bless him.
There's more to the Stan Lee story, but we're not here to talk about Stan Lee.
Yeah, we're here to talk about his legacy.
We are here to talk about Casca's experience at the movies first.
Yeah? Okay.
I need the full story.
All right, so I'll just explain real fast. Before I even go to the movie theater, I bought my tickets online because I'm not one of those plebeians who go last minute and say, yes, I'll take a seat wherever.
You're not a savage.
I want a good one.
Yeah, instead, he decides to get his ticket 30 minutes before the show.
No, I see why you're interrupting me, because you're telling the story wrong. It's like an hour and a half before the show. And look, I guess people are still really liking this movie. It's super popular. Who knew? A lot of the good seats are taken. But if you look closely, some of the best seats are available And I don't know if you guys know this, but movie theaters have a lot of handicap sections for the handicapped people and their friends. But I didn't buy any of those seats. But in the middle of that section, there's one regular seat for sale that I guess no one decided to touch it for whatever reason. I'm guessing it's the unspoken rule that, hey, maybe if a handicapped person has 3 friends, instead of just like the 1 or 2, here's an extra seat for them if they need it. I don't know. I didn't think about that. I just said, I want that seat. Thank you very much. And I bought it. And then immediately regretted it because I had bad stomach pain saying, oh my God, what have I done? I broke the contract. I broke the unwritten rule. I'm that guy. And I wanted to throw up.
Because now, essentially, there is handicap section, 1 seat for someone who isn't handicapped, handicap section.
No, just the one handicap section. There's only one after me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, there's only one after me. Let's not get crazy.
So you're sandwiched between 2 handicaps.
Yeah, 2 handicapable individuals. Let's say it right.
Sorry.
They don't like being called handicaps. They're not like a bag of hot fries, buddy. Anyway, so I'm feeling terribly sick, and it just gets worse as time is progressing. But I go to the theater, and I park as far away as possible, because I don't want anyone to question my handicapable abilities here. And while I'm walking up to the theater, I notice almost every handicap spot is taken except for one. So I start feeling really sick, and I just go across the street without looking for the hopes that a car will hit me, and I will be legally able to sit in these seats. Doesn't happen. Walk inside, hand the lady my phone, don't say a word, she gives me the ticket. I go to the man who tells me which theater to go to. I hand it to him, and he looks at the ticket, and I swear he gets a little smirk. And he tells me, it's right there to the left. It's the big one. You can't miss it. Okay, thank you. And I go to my seat, and it has a little marking on it as a man in a wheelchair. I'm like, no, this is a handicap seat. You sure? And I'm walking all down this aisle, looking around like, no, this can't be my seat, right? This can't be my seat, right? This not. I bought a regular seat. It just happens to be with the handicapable people. It's not. So if you go to the Cinemark, any of them, they're all the same. If you think row J, seat 9, is for a regular person without any special abilities or needs, you're wrong. Don't buy that seat. As good as it is, don't buy it. Because you're going to spend the rest of the movie sitting as still as possible, and those 15 minutes of trailers are going to be so excruciating as you watch other people fill the theater thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be smack dab in the middle of all these people who can't walk, and they're just going to see me there, and I would be in between them and their friends, and they all wanted this together, but I took their seat, and I'm a monster.
I didn't know that you were so against handicapped people.
I am nothing against handicapped people. I am against being rude.
You're the one who doesn't want to sit next to them.
Separating a handicapped person from their friend is very rude. I don't have a problem with the people. I have a problem with myself. I'm sickened by me at this point.
He just didn't want to take a handicap spot. Which is perfectly understandable. Which he thought he didn't, but apparently he did.
I'm just imagining it now. It's a nice handicapable person's birthday. Little Johnny, he's turning 11. And little Johnny's there with his 8-year-old wheelchair buddy. And they're just wheeling on over. Johnny's to your left. His buddy's on your right. And boy.
I will say this, though. If that was the situation, I would have felt a little better because every seat is available there. All the handicap places are available. Why'd you pick the one that someone reserved, little Johnny? I'm sorry. I know your legs don't work, but how about your brain, buddy? And little Johnny, if you do have a brain problem, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean that. But like maybe have someone buy your tickets for you because maybe you're not super great at it.
Poor Johnny.
Yeah, but anyway, it was excruciating just sitting there. But you know what? Worked out because not nary a single handicapped person came. And double plus, sitting there as still as I can for 3 hours made my legs not work so well. So I'm pretty sure anyone who saw me leave that section had no doubt whether or not I was handicapped. Don't lie. Those were absolutely the best seats I've ever gotten in a movie theater, and it's crazy that I have to sit anywhere else.
So you have a lot of leg room, I assume.
There was so much leg room. It was like smack dab in the middle. Like I could see like everything so perfectly. And I know I paid a little extra for the XD experience, but those speakers just hit you like spot on in that section.
Please tell us more about the XD experience.
The XD experience is supposed to be a bigger screen or whatever. I'm sure it was a bigger screen, a better projector. I couldn't really tell that much, but I will say this. The best thing I realized sitting in that theater was during the Detective Pikachu trailer when, Bonnie Tyler is holding out for a hero, starts picking up, you feel that song in every part of your body because it hits so hard and everything just starts shaking that I said, you know what, maybe this is a good movie.
If only the handicapped people were there, because then they could feel their legs again.
I mean, I don't think it works like that. I don't think it works like that at all. So it's probably wasted on them. Not that I'm saying that. They deserve the best. They are so much more unfortunate than us in one aspect. I'm sure they're very capable in every other aspect. But, maybe they should get the good movie seats, even if they can't feel Bonnie Tyler. It's coursing through every inch of their body. But yeah, man, that was good.
Casca also told me that it was very hot in the theater.
I know. I don't know if it was hot in the theater or if I was just feeling sick and gonna die. I'm sweating bullets because I'm in the worst situation imaginable. One single regular capable person in a handicapable section.
Do you know who else was in the worst situation imaginable and sweating bullets?
No.
Hawkeye. Because the movie begins with Hawkeye. I think that's his name. Am I right?
Hawkeye's playing with his kids. They disappear. Title scene. Da 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 da. We can just run through this. This is a 3-hour movie. If you're gonna take us scene by scene, I think I'm just gonna leave.
No, don't worry. We have what's his face, and he says, "I gotta help all my buddies because Tony Stark is lost in space, and everyone just knows they lost, and they want to track down Thanos. Yes. Thanos, which is it?
Thanos. Well, he's named literally after the god of death, buddy.
But the god of death, he's retiring to his garden because he just saw Infinity War. He knows he won. He got to do what he came out to do.
Ooh, buddy, he doesn't actually see Infinity War till like later in the movie. You're skipping ahead.
Oh shit, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get there.
Yeah, so the Avenger boys, they say, "Hey, let's go kill Thanos." What do you know? They do.
Yeah, it's real quick.
Thor just chops his head right off.
Yeah, and at that point, I was all like, "What the fuck? Is this the movie?"
Because it's funny though, because they do it well. It cuts right to black.
And then a 5-year time skip.
Oh yeah, we also forgot Captain Marvel just somehow manages to know where Tony Stark
doesn't
was.
even matter.
We didn't forget it. We're going through this. It's a 3-hour movie. Everyone's seen it.
Okay.
We don't need to go fucking scene by scene because again, I will leave.
So we have a 5-year time skip. The world is fine though. People are still living. They're depressed. Planet A-OK. Thanos knew what he was doing. Everything's fine. People are just sad. Ant-Man especially, he's sad. He wants to find a way to just fix everything. So he says, "Hey, let's go back. I'm a quantum physics man. We can do this."
That was the worst description I've ever heard.
No, he's a quantum physics man. Let's do this. They go, well, no, it doesn't really work like that. And then Tony Stark goes, actually, guys, that's exactly how it works. And that's it. They figure it out. They figure out time travel.
Tony Stark, he's living his best life already with what Thanos did.
Yeah, he's got Pepper's there, and he's got a kid.
Yeah, he's living his best life. But Thanos knew what he was doing, and Tony Stark doesn't want to go back to that. He says, "Nah, let's not risk anything. I think we're good." And the Hulk, he's also living his best life. Everyone's loving him. But we learned that Ant-Man, he's not living his best life. He's still a loser. No one wants him. So Ant-Man just decides we're going to do it.
His daughter's still alive, and they show that.
Yeah, he actually made out pretty all right. He's just a decent person. And Tony gets there. He had to think about, well, what's the one thing he actually was important to him? It's Peter Parker.
But that's what's important to everyone.
One person important to everyone. And he knew, like, all right, I got to do this. We got to go back. We got to get Pete back.
What are we going to do? We paid all this money for Spider-Man. We got to get it back.
No, he didn't care. No, he cares about Peter Parker. He doesn't care that he's Spider-Man.
He's our most valuable property.
Like, I know the mouse knows. The mouse knows. But Tony doesn't care about the mouse. This is from the heart, man. Don't belittle his sacrifice.
They say they're just going to go back, and they figure out that the best way we can go back, or at least the best way we can undo this, is by getting all the stones together.
And they get Hawkeye, who was Ronin for like 2 seconds. Hulk was great, and the Hulk was funny as shit.
Hulk's always good. But so they figured out time travel, and now it's time to get the band back together, guys.
It's time to get the band back together, and they do that. It's fine. Thor's a bum.
This is don't skip over Thor. This part is so important to me and Craig in particular because always with these superhero movies, it's always the thin, muscular man. But finally, we get some person of size representation in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Fat Thor, baby.
It feels good.
It was great.
Now all those little pudgy boys can look up and say, "Mommy, that man's like me. I can be a hero."
Sorry, I could no longer relate to Thor, so that's why I wanted to skip over it.
Yeah, no, I get that. But you have everyone else, so whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, I don't think you have anyone, now that I think about it, who is...
What do you mean?
I mean, whatever. Let's go on.
No, please.
No,
please.
it doesn't matter. Let's just watch this movie. Like, so they got the gang back together and they go back in time.
Maybe Rich is... What about Captain America before the super soldier serum?
No, he still had a girlfriend, I think. Anyway, so they have to go back in time. And the way time travel works in this movie, and they explain it very specifically, is that when you go back in time, you're not necessarily going into your own timeline, but a separate universe where everything you do will affect that universe, but not necessarily your own. So they go back, get the Infinity Stones, and then return. Because they can't stop Thanos.
It's the Dragon Ball Z
Yeah, I was actually going to go into that later, but if you want, I can go into it now.
Yeah, please, just go into it.
I accidentally predicted what exactly this movie was at work when someone said, "Oh, this is going to be the last movie. There's not going to be a bigger bad." And I said, "Buddy, have you ever watched an anime?" And then I ran through the Vegeta saga, the Frieza saga, into the Android saga, which I don't know if you know this, but they kill Frieza. He comes back. They're kind of showing how big, great, and powerful he is. And then they kill him in 2 seconds. And then time travel happens. And I talked all about that. And then this movie literally became that thing I said to my friend. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? That was a weird moment for me.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, it is literally...
Avengers is Dragon Ball Z.
It's Dragon Ball Z, buddy. It is the end of the Frieza saga into the Cell saga. Like, it is literally the same thing. But yeah, anyway, I think I explained it pretty well. It's a separate universe. Anything they do won't actually affect their future.
Well, we've established that this is now Dragon Ball Z, in which instead of 7 Dragon Balls, we now have 6 Infinity Stones?
6? Maybe it is 6. Hold on, there's one on each finger, and there's one in the middle.
There's the Mind Stone, the Soul Stone, the Power Stone.
No, you don't have to name them. You just got to tell me the number.
The Reality.
We just need the number.
He's counting on his fingers with this.
Oh, okay. Well, he's not going to have enough fingers, because I think
the time. Did I say time?
Believe it or not, Craig has more than one hand.
No way! Hold on!
It should be 6, I guess, though. And one other one.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's one on each digit and then in the middle of the glove. Come on.
Okay. So the way that the movie presents this is that they go from basically scene to scene, everything's happening at once. But instead of doing what they do, let's just talk about what each group is doing, one by one, start to end.
So who was the first one? I don't remember what order they came in.
Doesn't even matter who the first one is. We're just going to talk about Hulk because he had the least important one.
Wait, where was the Hulk?
The Hulk was talking to fucking Doctor Strange's bald friend.
Yeah. The ancient one. Yes. Well,
Yeah.
they kind of explain. She explains something about the whole time travel and making sure to put the gems back or whatever.
Yeah, because it'll save their universe, but her universe will go haywire because it lost its time stone.
Yeah.
So he goes, "Oh yeah, we'll just bring it right back. It's fine." He goes, "Oh yeah, sure, I guess that makes sense. But it's not something you just give away." He was like, "Well, Doctor Strange just gave it away. What was that about?" And she was like, "Oh, oh," and then she just gives it to him because it's all gonna work out.
Yeah. So that ends the Hulk saga.
Yeah,
And it's beautiful. See, that's why I wanted to start with him first.
The Hulk saga.
hey, he got to solve it without using his fist. He just talked it out. This is Bruce Banner Hulk, not Hulk. It's great. I liked it.
What about Cap?
Oh, Cap goes and fights himself. It's awkward. He just makes himself go to sleep.
Yeah, and he says someone's alive. I don't know who's alive.
He goes, "Bucky's alive," and he's like, "Who are you?" And he makes him fall asleep. He goes, "Well, that is America's ass," and he just leaves. That's it. He got mission is successful. Boom.
It wasn't successful. Remember, they got it and they didn't get it, and then they went downstairs or whatever. They went down the elevator.
No, you're getting Captain America confused
with who?
With I guess the Iron Man.
Yeah.
They get his stone, no problem. He makes himself go to sleep.
Yeah, and then they have to go to New Jersey or something.
No, but don't they?
Yeah, that's the other stone. They bumbled the other stone. Cap got the stone in the scepter.
No, then Loki took the Tesseract, though.
That's the different one. There's 2 stones, man. There's 3 stones in New York. The time one, the staff one, and the Tesser whatever the hell.
I saw this movie the day it came out. You guys saw it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, so did I. No, I didn't. Anyway, I saw it before that. I was in a private screener with the Handicapable Alliance. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you're thinking of Ant-Man and the Iron Man. They fumbled their stone, and then they go back in time further to New Jersey, where the stone and the original Ant Boy who got the particles,
Hank Pym,
just happened to be, the pen particles. They picked more of those up and returned to the future.
Yeah, so I guess when they're in New Jersey, Iron Man talks to his dad.
Yeah, when he sees his dad, yeah.
So cute.
I've only seen Iron Man 1. Does Tony Stark have this thing about his dad?
Yeah, well, you find out in Civil War.
Civil War, yeah, that was a whole big thing.
I've seen that one.
You did?
Yeah, that Bucky killed his father.
Why?
Because he was...
It was funny. It was a big joke. Bucky has always been a prankster. That's what the Cap loves about him. You can't stay mad at him.
Wait, who is he pranking? Was he pranking Iron Man or Iron Man's dad?
He was pranking them both. And the Captain.
I killed your dad.
Got him. Bucky, man.
Wait.
There's not enough Bucky in this movie either.
Wait. Did he actually kill Iron Man's dad, or
he did? And his mother, right? Both of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
both of them.
Okay, as a prank though.
It was a good joke.
Okay, thank you.
Cap loved it, honestly. Oof. They spoke of that one for years.
Cap got the joke. Iron Man didn't get the joke, and that's
Not
why they fought.
It's like you didn't. I know you say you saw Civil War, but I don't think you did.
I only remember Spider-Man.
It's okay, Rich, because I think most people only remember Spider-Man from that movie.
I couldn't tell you guys what happened aside from the Spider-Man comes.
Anyway, so they got the stone from Jersey, and
Yeah,
that leaves
yeah.
what, 1 more, 2 more, 2 more,
3 more.
No, we got 3 already. Oh, there's 3 more.
There's 6.
Dang, there's 6 of them. Sorry,
Yeah,
I keep thinking the 5 fingers thing, but no, there's 1 more.
So let's go to Mount Olympus.
That's the completely wrong mythology, buddy.
Asgard.
I see why you got confused because you're a big God of War fan, but after he destroys Mount Olympus, he goes to Asgard.
There's parts of the scene that I love, especially the fact that they clearly use footage from Thor Ragnarok, Thor the Dark World, and a body double for Natalie Portman.
So I have a question here. Thor explains something like, "Oh, this girl I used to date, she had a stone in her."
Yeah.
If Thor the Dark World, which is the worst movie out of all the Marvel franchise,
we won't talk about that one.
Something happened with the Aether. It was the Aether.
She had the ether. She has a thing. It's not really a stone. It's more like a goopy liquid. He explains that very thoroughly. Yeah.
You two just lost me there.
Basically,
no. See, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
They get it out of her, and they get it. Yeah, but it's so funny because of the whole body double. Because Natalie Portman wants nothing to do with these movies, so they had to write her out of it, and it's too bad because she could have been Thor somewhere down the line. It happens.
It doesn't matter now.
Never know. Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah, a raccoon stabbed a lady. That's what all that matters from that scene. That's your big takeaway. A raccoon stabs a lady.
Raccoon stabs a lady. Thor has a nice moment with his mother, who apparently is a witch and knew he was a time traveler, and then they go away.
Yeah, that's it. Mission accomplished. Wasn't that hard. I don't know why Thor was there so much.
Yeah, it seems like Rocket could do it on his own.
Yeah, he did. He's a very capable raccoon.
Mission accomplished. We have another stone to get at the place where you gotta sacrifice the thing you love most. I don't know what it's called.
It's called the Big Spire of Death. It doesn't matter. It was weird that Hitler was there, but whatever.
Wait, what?
He's basically Hitler.
Oh yeah, he has the mustache, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does have the mustache. Yeah, it's weird that he's guiding people to kill their loves. Whatever. He got the stone. I mean, man, he did a bad job, huh? Hawkeye can't do a damn thing right.
It's Hawkeye and who is the person? Scarlet Witch?
Black Widow.
Wait, is Black Widow the one that fucked everyone?
What?
Probably.
What?
Isn't there one of them that just had a relationship with pretty much every Avenger?
Not in the movies.
What movie are you watching?
I only heard things about other movies. I never watched the other movies.
Well, I can tell you heard the wrong thing. You're probably watching those. He was watching one of those internet parodies.
I know Black Widow's had things with the Winter Soldier and
he's watching those parodies.
Hawkeye.
Don't go into your comic book lore. He just watches the parodies on the internet. He's a pervert.
You pervert.
He's a pervert. That's end of story. Don't justify his words.
That explains why the costumes looked like they were from Party City.
Because they were. So anyway, they fight over who gets to kill themselves, and again, he's so bad at doing anything right. He can't even kill himself right.
Yeah. So Black Panther throws herself off the spire.
And dies. Dies. And he wakes up with the stone in a little puddle. That was nice of them. Move him away.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
We're now 5 for 6.
One more stone. Where could it be?
But she's dead. She's gone.
Well, yeah, he got the stone. It's a soul for a soul, man. You don't have to explain that. Yeah, no, soul for a soul.
No resurrection here.
Onto Magar, Mignig. It's Guardians of the Galaxy where it started. You have the Star Man doing a little dance. It was cute. They knock him out.
Yeah.
They steal his key, take the stone, and leave. Mission accomplished.
That was War Machine. Did we say that? War Machine and Nebula.
Oh, is that his name? War Machine?
War Machine, yeah.
Who's the War Machine?
Bad name, huh? He's the black
Don
man.
Cheadle?
Thanos?
There's 2 black guys in the Avengers. Oh, no, 3. 3 black guys in the Avengers. How do you get them confused? With a purple man.
The only thing that I knew about this last stone or whatever, the group that went to, I guess, get this one, is that Nebula gets captured.
Her thing doesn't work.
What's her thing? Elaborate.
She's like she's like a little she's connected to a Wi-Fi router on Thanos' ship.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of interferes with the one that's existing in that timeline. So they discover, there's 2 of you here, huh? And you're all you're overloading the Wi-Fi. It's getting all slow and buggy.
Yeah. And then Thanos gets to finally see Infinity War.
Yeah, he saw Infinity War. He says, "Whoa, I win this one, huh? Let's win it faster and just kind of take a shortcut in time travel too, because everyone else is doing it. Why not us?"
Exactly.
He saw how it was done. It's not hard to figure out. He's watching the movie.
He's watching the movie. He had a good time. He enjoyed it enough. Luckily, he didn't have to sit around for 3 hours for Endgame like we did.
Yeah, lucky guy. He got the fast forward through it, see the time travel part, and go, "No, let's just do this."
He even got to watch it from the safety of his own home and not in the handicap seats.
I bet he could pause it and go to the bathroom whenever he wanted.
I don't understand this whole going to the bathroom thing. Everyone's complaining. It's like 3 hours. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. It's like they never watched the Lord of the Rings extended editions before.
Yeah, I have on DVD because you could pause them because they're the extended editions.
Are you telling me that when you watched your fucking Lord of the Rings, you never paused once, Craig?
I don't know. I don't remember. Probably not. I've seen it in theaters also.
Oh, so you're falling in the classic pitfall of other people have done it. It's fine. Yeah, well, you know what? Hitler committed mass genocide. I don't see you saying, we should do that again.
You're comparing Lord of the Rings to Hitler?
No, I'm just saying, just because someone's done it before doesn't make it all right. Yeah, so I'm just going to throw that argument in the toilet, where I wish I could have gone during this movie.
Yeah, because normal people, they don't want to just sit around for 3 hours. Like, some people, they're going to have a drink. They're going to have popcorn. They got to use the bathroom.
I did not eat or drink anything 3 hours prior.
And unlike Lord of the Rings, this thing has nonstop action and story points.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can't think of a really good spot to use the restroom.
Yeah. And Lord of the Rings, it's like, Sam and Frodo are holding hands walking into Mordor. Fine.
Yeah, it's cute, but I don't need to see it.
I don't like this Lord of the Rings hate. This is messed up.
I don't hate it. It's fine. It's a good movie. It doesn't need to be 3 hours long. I mean, technically, this movie didn't have to be 3 hours long either, but I will give it credit where credit is due. I did not feel like I was there for 3 hours until I had to get up and my legs didn't want to work anymore. And I really had to use the restroom.
No, it did go quickly, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it went quick.
So where were we?
We all got the stones, mission accomplished, and it works. They decide, okay, Hulk, you can go use the thing. You can snap your fingers.
And he said, "Hulk, snap!" And he did it. He brought back 50% of the life back on Earth. There was birds in the garden. Hawkeye's wife was calling him, and then they all blew up. It was really good. I like that scene so much.
Yeah, because while Hulk was getting ready to Hulk snap, Nebula was opening that portal so that Thanos can hop right into this world. He wants to see what's going on. He wants to see everyone come back.
He wants to see Endgame too.
He wants to see it in person.
But not all 3 hours of it.
Just the end.
The end of Endgame. And he brings his friends. What a nice guy.
He brings a whole lot of friends.
3,000 of them or whatever, man. What are you doing? What is your plan here? He brings them all. So many. He brings giant flying animal ships. He's weird. He's a weird guy.
Everyone says, like, oh no, we're going to have to stand against Thanos and all of his buddies. But the thing is, they got to protect something. They got to protect the glove and the Infinity Stones because that's what Thanos really wants.
I felt like everyone forgot about that except for Hawkeye. He's the only one doing it. Everyone else is going, he's just standing there. You want to go fight him? It's probably a trap, right? You're like, yeah, but come on. He's standing there. They do. They go fight him. And guess what? It's a trap. And they get their butts kicked hard.
You know what I also love about this scene? This is where Thor suits up, right? Is right just right about now. I love. I'm expecting as soon as you see him suit up that he's just the gut's gonna be gone. Is what I was expecting, but he stayed fat the whole time.
Yeah, it was good. They needed that again. Represent. It's a good look.
But yeah, luckily though, Hawkeye wasn't the only one concerned about the glove because Nebula and.
No, that's it. Nebula, but like the bad one was concerned about the glove too. Yes, it was her mission. And he just gives it to her saying, hey, I know you. Literally says, hey, I know you. Gives it to her. And then the good one shows up and goes, Hawkeye, you come on. Come on. You've been messing up this whole movie. Whatever. I'm just going to shoot myself, I guess. Thanks a lot. It's a lot to deal with right now.
And meanwhile, War Machine is being crushed underneath all the rubble and... Somebody else. I mean, who else is down there?
No, everyone. Literally everyone is underneath.
Well,
the
no,
I didn't.
I think Cap got out and Hulk. Well, no, he was down there.
No, he was down there. Everyone was down there, but like Cap, Thor, and one other person.
Iron Man.
Yeah, there you go. The three of them didn't get caught under, but everyone else was under that building. It's a big building.
Yeah, it's the Avengers compound.
Yeah, it's weird. You think they'd size it down a bit? They lost 50% of their staff, but whatever.
What are they gonna?
The rent must be crazy.
Well, they got Tony.
I guess, but man, it's still it's unnecessary. It's a lot of land just wasted. Yeah, whatever. So they saved the day.
How'd they save the day?
They just did. They're the Avengers.
Well, then they start to fight Thanos, and then Ant-Man gets really big and pops out of the thing, and he's got everybody out of there.
And then he sucker punches one of the flying beasts.
I wrote that down. He punches the dragon in the face.
It was so good.
Ant-Man punches the dragon. It's the best thing in the entire fight. While everyone's just playing basically flag football with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, I guess Doctor Strange shows up with literally everyone who's ever been in the franchise, which is fun. It's fun. It's a really good scene.
You see, you got your Black Panther comes out, and my whole theater cheered as soon as you see him, and Spider-Man came out.
Howard the Duck.
I didn't. Did you actually see him during the movie?
Yeah.
You actually saw him?
He rode the dog, the space dog.
No, he didn't ride the space dog.
He did. He rode the space dog. He rode the space dog on a satellite. How'd you miss it?
What are you talking about?
Dude, they were on a Russian satellite with the space dog, and he was riding it.
No, he was not.
Dude, go watch that movie again, I guess. Are you kidding me?
Craig, are you not one of those people who watches the Marvel movies multiple times? Because I thought you were.
I saw it once. I haven't gotten a chance to go a second time.
Did you get the XD tickets?
No.
I had a bigger screen, so I could see the top. And at the top, you just see this Russian satellite coming down with Howard the Duck riding a freaking space dog.
His name is Cosmo.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Howard the Duck.
The dog.
Howard the dog?
I know Howard the Duck was in it. I saw the picture of Howard the Duck. But he just kind of came out with the Ravagers.
No, he came out with a satellite dish with a space dog.
Okay. And you had Shuri and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, no, we can spend an hour listing literally everyone in the franchise if we wanted to, but literally everyone in this
Kingpin and
actually that's who was absent. The Netflix guys. This was their perfect opportunity to say, "Hey, let's just put the Daredevil and Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, just put them in there."
I mean, they probably were. You missed Howard the Duck. You probably missed them too.
So how about that scene with where they when they're fighting and then all the women?
That was weird.
It was very, very blatant that they did that. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But it was just like very just. They were every single one of the women happened to be right there.
It's like, I know what you're doing, Marvel. I know what you're doing, Russo brothers.
I respect women as much as the next guy, but I think when you draw attention to, hey, it's all women and they're very powerful, you kind of lose a lot of the fact that, hey, they're just let them be powerful women. It's a thing. It's fine.
Did your entire movie theater cheer when all of those women showed up?
No, I don't think so.
They got the minority out of the way. That's all they needed.
Cheered for all the other, when anybody came out of the portals, pretty much. And then when Cap picked up Thor's hammer.
I'm glad my audience is very tame and didn't care for any of that. They just stayed quietly for the most part.
They were looking in shock as the man continued to sit in the handicap seat.
Stop it! Oh, he didn't. I didn't move. I could have been handicapped. They don't know.
Is he really going to sit there for the entire movie?
It's my assigned seat. What do they want me to do? Hey, I made a big show of me looking to make sure. And then I gave a very good shrug. Like, oh, I guess I'm sitting here, guys. I don't know what you want me to do.
So then they beat him. Oh, Captain Marvel comes, and she blows up a spaceship.
She came with the woman, and she says to Peter Parker, "Got something for me, boy?" Winky face.
There's a lot of tension there. What a cute couple.
So, long story short, Thanos gets the gauntlet, but he's getting ready to snap, and he snaps. It doesn't work. Because you know what? Iron Man gets the stone somehow.
See, I was confused about who that was, but he clarified it.
Yeah. I didn't know who it was at first either, but yeah, it's Iron Man. Don't worry.
He says, "I'm Iron Man." I'm like, oh, wow, what? Okay, I panicked.
And then boom, he snaps. And everyone turns to dust.
Wait a minute. I think we saw a different movie, pal.
Oh, sorry. All Thanos' guys turn to dust.
Okay, whoosh. Kind of defeats the purpose of this whole film if everyone turns to dust.
Except I heard. I don't think Gamora did. Gamora was there. She showed up from the other timeline. That's kind of important.
I'm thinking. I don't know. They didn't show her that she did, but there is a scene that kind of involves that later.
Like I
didn't think she was in the movie after that. I didn't see her.
They didn't show her in the movie. Okay, I'll get to it then. There's a scene where Quinn is on his ship, or Quill, or whatever his name is, with Thor, because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be so freaking good, I guess. And he's looking at a picture of her, and he's like scanning for her to see if she's around anywhere, and it says it can't find her. Mm-hmm. So it leaves the question: hey, did she disappear into dust, or is she around? I guess we're gonna find out in this third movie.
Gotcha. Okay, but let's get back to the movie at hand, in which Iron Man, he's too weak. He couldn't handle the snap, so he dies.
He's human.
And now I heard some people also had a problem with this, just with the fight, because Hulk didn't do anything.
He was busy recovering from the snap.
And yeah, he got messed up from that snap. And he had the special glove, and he's like 80% gamma radiation, which apparently these stones are full of, and he got messed up real bad.
I don't know. He still should have.
Hulk got smashed.
He should have fought a little bit, but I thought Hulk was funny as hell. Also, they made Captain Marvel like way too powerful.
I'm sorry you have a problem with the powerful female, Craig.
But the fact that she should be able to go toe to toe with Thor, like they should be about even power level probably, but Thor was way below her.
I mean, he was also very depressed and very much out of shape and very drunk.
When did she go toe to toe with Thor?
No, I'm just saying she could. She should.
I bet Thor could have done all that if he wasn't a fat, depressed, drunk man.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's very much a reason other than, oh, isn't it funny that we did this? They kind of weakened themselves, or Achilles' heel, as it were. Kind of snapped it off. Said, hey, now it's a movie. Now we have a fight. Which is also why she was gone for most of it, which, good. Because, again, you don't need Superman to show up every time. That's why Superman sucks, too. Hate Superman. Too powerful. Just, come on.
Anyway, it's time to say goodbye to our dear friend, Tony Stark. The only man who had a heart.
Well, no, they finally proved that he had one, I think, is more important.
I remember seeing that thing that said the only man with a heart in, I think, Iron Man 1.
Is that true? The only man with a heart? Or proof that Tony Stark has a heart?
She took the old arc reactor from his chest that she had removed from him and made him a thing, like a little gift. And it said the proof that I think it said proof that Tony Stark has a heart.
Proof that Tony. Yeah, it's the same thing that said on his memorial wreath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not the only man with a heart.
Yeah, no, it was not the only man with a heart.
That's what I'm saying. It's proof that Tony Stark has a heart.
Then you saw that everybody was there at the funeral, including Marissa Tomei.
God, thank you.
Oh, and apparently that kid was the kid from Iron Man 3.
What kid?
There was like a random dude just like standing there, and I was like, who the hell is this guy?
I remember a random dude standing there. Thank you. I didn't know what that was about.
It was it's supposed to be the kid from Iron Man 3. If you like, at one point he loses, like, he ends up like crash landing.
No,
whatever.
hold on, whoa. No spoilers. I haven't seen Iron Man 3. I haven't 3 yet.
I'm spoiling Iron Man 3.
That random guy standing there was from Iron Man. That's all you had to say. We're good.
Yeah. No need to fucking spoil the movie for me. We're gonna watch it in a few weeks.
We're well past the point of spoiler.
No, we're not. You never are. I don't care about your arbitrary rules for spoilers. You don't spoil nothing for no reason.
Craig's like, oh, they lifted the spoiler ban because they did a Spider-Man trailer. Guess I could talk about everything.
I hated that so much. I hated that hey guys, you don't worry. You don't remember our whole little freaking social media initiative that no one spoil anything. Well, you know what? It's time for us to spoil our own movie. Sure, it's been like a week,
2 weeks,
whatever. It's 10 years.
Yeah, especially for a movie where you have to commit 3 hours to it. It's like, you got to give 1 week for every hour of the movie.
And then you got to multiply it by 20. Don't spoil your movie. Come on. Not everyone can watch a movie immediately. And especially if it's in theaters and it's 3 hours long, you got to wait till it's on a streaming service that you provide yourself, Disney.
And yet I have a feeling that the Spider-Man movie is going to be out before this gets on some kind of service.
Yeah, probably. That movie looks real good, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to get cheeseburgers.
We are here to get cheeseburgers because everyone knows Tony Stark was most well known for loving cheeseburgers, and his daughter wants to honor his memory with cheeseburgers.
It's either that or the cocaine. I don't think she can handle her drugs so much.
The butler man, he decides, yeah, let's go get cheeseburgers. That's a good idea. But I just want to say that during the funeral, Benedict Cumberbatch looked so weird in a suit.
Dude, he looks weird in general. I can't, Benji Cumberman, I don't like looking at him, ever. I don't know why he's in any of these movies.
Yeah, put him back in his Doctor Strange outfit. He doesn't need to be in a suit at the funeral.
And then put a bag on his head.
Isn't he also Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah! It's awful! He ruined that for me, too!
He's an odd-looking fellow. I think he works with Doctor Strange, though.
Well, yeah, because you think that man is strange when you look at his face.
So the end of the movie.
Yeah, Captain America, he takes the Infinity Stones and puts them back in place in time where they belong, and the circle is complete. Congratulations, you finished the Endgame.
But he lives out the rest of his life with he stays.
It doesn't make sense.
It is actually the only time travel part that kind of doesn't make sense unless it just came back. But
no, that doesn't make sense. How is he just gonna come back?
Well, that's the thing. If he chose to stay, and then after a long period of time being there, let's say he stayed there for 80 years, right? And it would still only be a couple seconds for them.
Yeah.
He could come back. Then he would be an old man, but he would be on the platform.
No, yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
He's not on the platform. So Richard, you said you were confused. He went back in time and he stayed there, and then he lived his life, and then he just walked to the park and said, "Hey, I'm here. I'm an old man."
Well, I was mainly confused about why is Captain America so relevant?
Because he's the first Avenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back, but he's an old man. It's like the old rhyme goes. Anyway, the part that bothered me the most is, Craig picked up on it too, is that they specifically said, hey, everything you do in the past doesn't affect our future and our present and our anything. It's all a separate reality. But he went back to the past and lived there, and he's definitely still in this reality because he's an old man now. Doesn't work.
They could have done that differently. They used their own rules, and
then they broke them. They broke their own time travel rules, and I hated it. And just for that, I'm not going to see Captain African America. I refuse.
Wait, they're doing that?
Yeah, obviously. They made a big deal about it.
Well, at the very end, he hands.
Hi, I broke the rules of time travel just to give you the shield, Marty. It's ridiculous.
He gives Sam the shield, which everybody kind of thought that he was going to give it to Bucky, because Bucky was the next Captain America in the comics. He took over the role.
Bucky finally got to do a prank. The captain, he pranked Bucky. He said, "Yeah, you thought you were gonna get this? Nope."
And so he gave it to the Falcon. Although they said there's going to be a Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. It's going to be on the streaming service. We'll see if he's going to be Captain America though in that series. Because even when he was Captain America, he still had the wings. You know, he was still the Falcon pretty much, but he was Captain America.
Pretty sure you're not saying it right.
Captain African America?
Thank you.
Captain.
This is a PC podcast. I don't know how many times I have to say that to you boys.
So the movie ends and everyone rushes to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, that actually happens for me and everyone else in the theater who didn't want to wait around to see a scene that wasn't there.
I went to Taco Bell.
But did you stay for the entire credits?
Yes.
Wow, Craig got suckered.
No, I had heard that there was nothing, but I still stayed. But then there was at the very end there was you hear the dings at the very end you hear about like a hammer dings. It doesn't really I have no idea what it really means. It sounds like it's just an homage to Iron Man 1, which is fine. And unfortunately, Black Widow's death was very much overshadowed by all the others.
I don't know if you guys want to talk about how you thought of the movie. I thought it was really good.
I thought it was very.
That's about it.
Very, very good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be able to hold a candle to next week's movie, Cadet Kelly.
Yeah, because, boy, I saw that movie 13, 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I saw it yesterday, I swear.
Man, can't wait to watch it. Featuring Hilary Duff, Christy Carlson, what's-her-face, and...
Romano. Hey, Deb.
Ray Romano.
Hey, Deb, why don't you put out once in a while?
Yeah, it's like I'm here on the couch and my mother's here and we're just waiting.
That's the worst Ray Romano I've ever heard.
Hey, Deb.
I mean, that's better. You were doing it like, hey, Deb, how you doing,
hey,
Deb?
Deb, why don't you put out sometime?
Hey, I gotta get my Kermit the Frog voice. I don't know.
Hey, Deb, this is Dunce number 1 signing off.
This is Dunce number 2 signing off.
Kermit the Frog here. Why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side?
The magic is released. For the first time ever on Disney DVD.
I think there's something written here, but it's hard to make out.
Why? 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.